All right. Hello, people. Happy Thursday to you. Okay. Big announcements here. Big ones. All right. So, announcement number one, there will be no performance task for coordinate geometry. Okay. So, check this out. Me and Mr. Hayden, we chatted. Coordinate geometry. It's a small unit. There's really only a couple of skills. I mean, like, to be honest with you guys, it's basically just using the Pythagorean theorem. We didn't feel like going through a performance task, trying to hunt down those people that aren't doing the performance task, us grading. We just didn't feel like we were getting a lot of value out of that. So you are still responsible for knowing coordinate geometry, but really it's just going to be the PFA. Like, there's a PFA based on the skills that you've learned over the last 2 weeks. You're responsible for being able to do that PFA. Okay. If you have questions, you can still join my help sessions. You can still ask questions. Please, 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 I want questions. Okay. But there's not going to be a performance task. That being said, that means we are moving on. Moving on to, are you ready for it? Let's do a special color. Circles. Okay. So the coordinate geometry, it was kind of a review. It was mostly Pythagorean theorem. You learned that in a previous class. Circles is going to be new stuff. A lot of the stuff that you learned about, there'll be a few things you've learned before. Some things about circumference, radius, diameter, but there's going to be a lot of new stuff in circles, okay? So really, like, this is going to take some time. I need you to make sure that you're checking in every day, that you're trying the homework, that you're joining help sessions, that you're really getting what you need here, okay? It doesn't mean that there's going to be more work. I just need you guys those of you that are doing what you're supposed to, keep doing what you're supposed to, okay? So let's talk about circles. So I pulled this question. It's a diagnostic question. The homework is similar, okay? This is to teach you the equation for a circle. So I'm going to write this equation, and maybe you should write this down in your notes somewhere. Equation of a circle. So I'm going to write it out, and I'm going to explain what it means. So we go like this. We go x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Whew, okay, a lot of new stuff there. Now, really, this is pretty easy. All right, this is like you're going to be like, really, McSparron, that's it? So this form of the equation of a circle is how you know two things. The first thing is the center, and the second thing is the radius. All right, the center is so easy, okay? The center is just HK. So you take, and I'm going to do this very intentionally. H goes there, K goes there. So, hey, McSparron, why did you put extra parentheses around the H and the K? Here's why. A very common mistake is that you guys are going to forget about this negative sign and this negative sign. So here's what I mean. A lot of you guys, you're going to look at this equation, our sample equation for the day. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to rewrite it real quick because that's going to be important. You're going to be like, oh, x plus 9. Oh, and you're going to be like, boom, 9. That's my h. And then you're going to be like, all right, cool. Y plus 6. Oh, boom. 6 is my k. So that means my center is just 9, 6. And then you're going to go in and be like, oh, 9, 6. Cool for me. You would be wrong. If I was a video editor, I would have like this flashing word on the screen right now that says like, wrong. Don't giggle at me. I'm thinking about it. Guys, my wife sits next to me while I make videos, and she judges me. And it's not nice of her. Okay. You have to remember, we have to erase all this now. You have to remember the negatives. okay? And you have to remember that x plus 9 is the same thing as x minus negative 9. And that y plus 6 is the same thing as y minus negative 6. And now that you have minuses in your equation, because look, there have to be minuses there just like there are minuses over here. Now I can pull my h and my k. H, k, so my center is actually going to be negative 9, negative 6. So now we can get rid of that option. We can get rid of that option. Negative 9, negative 6. Okay? This is tricky. That right there is a tricky thing. I want to make sure we took time for that. Okay, so now we need to talk radius. So here's what I need you to remember for radius, okay? Because you can get tricked again. In this case, please notice that radius is squared in the equation. So for me to actually find the radius, I have to take the square root of this part over here. So again, a whole bunch of you guys, man, I have to move some stuff here. Hang on. Let's see how good I am. Let's see, can I move that all over? Perfect. All right, so let's write this in, okay? I'm going to write this in for radius. Square root the number with like a million exclamation points. Because over here, I've got 9. And a ton of you guys are going to make this mistake. You're going to be like, oh, cool, 9, there's the radius. And you're going to go, radius. It's 9. Cool. You're wrong. We have to take the square root of that. So really, its radius is the square root of 9, which makes it 3, because there is a square over in this side of the equation. So here my radius is 3, which means there is my answer. Okay, I'm going to give you a problem that's very, very similar to this in the homework. I want you to give it a try. If you have any questions at all, please sign up for a help session or just send me or Mr. Hayden an email. This is the beginning of circles. Good luck to you.